What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the 13th Disciple, and boy do I have a good one for you. I'm gonna bring the heat, so you better be ready, because we're gonna be talking about what it means to be successful in life, family, kids, career path, money, whatever it looks like. But I'm also gonna be discussing the dangers of it, because oh boy, there is a lot of dangers, and the Bible's clear about it. Miss me with that. Check this out. I'm going to give a Starbucks gift card to one of you guys that are watching this video right now. Here's how it's going to work. You're going to be going through the video, you're going to be watching, but pay attention because I'm going to change something up. It could be something on me, something in the background, whatever it might be. The camera might change, whatever it is. The first one to catch it and put it in the comments below gets a $10 gift card. Don't worry, guys. You don't have to drink that nasty tie-dye frappuccino, whatever it is, banana taffy, whatever it is. It was disgusting. You guys can get whatever you want. Caramel frap, white mocha, I don't care. $10 gift card's yours. Make sure to comment when you see it. I'm sure some of you guys already have a great understanding of what success looks like in your life. You guys have set goals and aspirations. You've started businesses or, lead youth groups or whatever it looks like. Whether that's making a lot of money or just being happy with a family of yours. Whatever success looks like, please let me know in the comments below. But I'm going to tell you guys, and I'm going to warn you, there's something we need to be careful of. The Bible's clear about it, and it's often overlooked. So the rest of this video is really going to dive deep in the dangers of success. Alright guys, here it is. The big question, the big answer. How do you be successful? Here's the answer. You full-heartedly follow God. Oh, I know. You guys, you say, oh, I've heard that before. I've walked that path, that hasn't worked out for me. Well, let me show you. Joshua 1:8 says, do not let this book of the law depart from your mouth. Meditate on it day and night, so then you may be careful to do everything written in it. Then you will be prosperous and successful. This book is a book of wisdom. It's got everything you need in it. And when you follow what's in it, then, after you follow what's in it, then you will find prosper and success. 1 Corinthians 10 says, do everything you do for the glory of God. And guys, I can testify in my own life, if you truly, truly follow this, you will find the success in your life. This doesn't mean that you're gonna be a billionaire. Miss me with that. It doesn't mean the success you have in your head is what's gonna happen in your life. It means that the success in God's plan for you will happen. That's what will happen. Success far beyond what you can think. Far beyond what's on this earth. We're talking eternity. God's got much bigger plans. And Joshua 1:8 says, after you follow what's in this book and put it to your heart and you study it, then you will find your success and you'll prosper. And guys, there's a guy in this book that I want to draw out for you. And surprisingly enough, it's not Jesus, it's King David. King David overcame insurmountable odds. He killed Goliath. He won wars. He conquered lands. All thanks to God's plan for him. He was faithful to God's plan and followed the Bible. And his success grew tremendously. But here's what you guys need to understand. Although David was extremely successful, he faced many temptations. Let's go to 2 Samuel 11. In 2 Samuel 11, David fell into temptation with Bathsheba. So let's read the first verse. 11:1. In the spring, at the time when kings go off to war, David sent Joab out with the king's men and the whole Israelite army. They destroyed the Ammonites and besieged Rabbah. But David remained in Jerusalem. What's going on right there in the first verse? Already it says the kings go off to war. David in the previous wars, in the previous battles, was on the front lines. He was always fighting with his army. But it says right here that he stayed back. He let his army go off without him. He already was captivated in his success. Jeez, guys, the next verse is the kicker. It says, one evening David got up from his bed, walked onto the roof of his palace. From the roof he saw a woman bathing, and the woman was very beautiful. Guys, you know you gotta bounce those eyes. You can't be checking out a girl for longer than a second. If you see something, you gotta bounce those eyes. You gotta dip out of there. Because, boys, I'm calling you out. You can't be doing that. We're better than that. And let me tell you, David was supposed to be out on the battlefield where God called him to be, where God equipped him to be. And yet he stood back and sat in his temptation. And look where it got him. He sat out one war and he fell into temptation. And guys, here's where it gets really out of hand. David goes and sends for Bathsheba and he has her come over. He sleeps with her. Turns out he gets her pregnant. And this woman's married to someone that's battling on the battlefield on the front lines for David and for his army and for Israel. And David, who's supposed to be out there with them, is sitting back and he sleeps with one of their wives? That's just crazy. David knew he couldn't be caught in his sin, so he plotted a way to get away with what he had done. He called Uriah the Hittite to him, and he tried to get him to come back from war and go sleep with his wife. But he returned and said, how can I go sleep with my wife if my fellow brethren are fighting on the battlefields for me? And so Uriah did not feel that it was just of him to go home and enjoy his normal life with his wife, and yet his fellow brethren are dying on the field. So King David then couldn't cover up that he had impregnated Uriah's wife. And so King David had a second plan. He sent Uriah to the most physical, deadly part of the battlefield. And then he recalled all the troops. And so Uriah was trapped and he was killed. And King David had plotted to kill him just to get away with what King David had done, his sin. There's 3 dangers of success we can pull from this story. David, in his complacency, stayed back from participating in war. He let his privilege in being king and his success in conquering lands and nations to keep him from meeting his responsibilities. David knew it was wrong to sleep with Bathsheba, but he still let his position overrule what he knew. David knew it was wrong, but he let his success and his position as king outweigh what God has called him to be. And thirdly, he got prideful. He let his privilege of his position justify his actions. So guys, I warn you, please be careful of the dangers of success. God has all called us into some form of success. He has all called us to participate in his glory, and what a privilege it is. David had experienced so much of God's glory, and it was such a blessing to him, but he also faced a lot of difficulties because of that. So I warn you, when you reach your point of success from what God has called you to be, don't be complacent. No matter how long and how much we've learned about God on this earth, we have not arrived. No, we could spend our entire life still learning about God. Please do not be complacent. Always keep pushing forward and following God's call for your life. And don't let your position and your success justify your actions. Just because you're an authority figure does not mean you can justify what you're doing. Just because you can get away with it doesn't mean it's right. Stick to what you know and stick to glorifying God. I love you guys. Stick with it. Hey guys, please support me and my channel. Give this video a thumbs up. Comment below what you guys thought, some tips, something you think I could do better, or comment what you guys want to see in future videos. Make sure to subscribe, hit the bell notifications. Remember, videos are coming out every Sunday, so be on the lookout for that. And thank you guys for those of you who already support me. It means the world. I know your time is valuable, and I appreciate your support in my dreams and reaching the world with the gospel.